fuck that guy, by the way. He didn't pay me for like
Really?
6 weeks.
Let's find him and fuck his ass up.
I got the money eventually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just find him and fuck his ass.
Ian, do you have any fun stories about fucking hookers that you want to tell the people?
Oh, jeez. Well, I vetted a couple with my girlfriend prior to coming here.
Did you tell her all the horrific shit you've done with
I mean, we've been like
and-
really open and honest. So really, I have you guys to thank for pushing me over that edge to get to that point in my relationship.
My favorite story. Can I? I mean, I'm telling. What am I asking you for?
Wait, can I jump in with this one? Do you remember when? Do you know Tommy? You know Tommy, right?
Tommy.
Oh yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
P.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't give a
Yeah.
shit. I mean, he has a real career. I don't.
Right.
This isn't gonna fucking do anything to it.
Right.
So Tommy Pope. It was like Halloween like 2 years ago, and I went up to him, and he was sitting there.
Shut up, Adam. You're not on the podcast. Man.
Yeah, so I like a guy. It was like Halloween like 2 years ago, and me and someone who's no longer on the podcast were looking for like blow, and so I go up to Tommy and I was like, you know, because we didn't have a guy to buy blow off of, so I go up to Tommy and I was like, hey man, you got a blow guy, you know? And Tommy sits there for like a half second and he like thinks about it and he goes, no, but I fucked a tranny once. And I was like, what? And he was like, I fucked a tranny. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, you asked me if I've ever blown a guy. He's like, no. I said, do you have a blow guy? And he's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
I love that he just volunteered that.
Yeah.
That's so
Thought
good.
about it for a second.
Well, the story was great. The story he told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like just walking around one night, and he like went to pick up a streetwalker or whatever.
Nice.
And he picked her up, and then she was like blowing him in a bathroom, and he's like. He was like, all right, like, fuck it, like, I want to fuck you or whatever. So she turns around, and he, like, starts fucking her in the ass, and then he, like, reaches around, and she's got, like, a dick.
I didn't know the whole time.
Yeah, I guess he didn't know, yeah. I guess he didn't know. And then he's like, and then I just took a second, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And he just did it anyways.
That's when you know, dude. That should be the test for if you're homophobic or not.
Yeah.
If, like, you're surprised with a dick,
Yeah.
what do you do? If you keep fucking, you're the best.
Yeah,
You're good.
You're a good
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I love that story. That guy's great.
Oh, he's funny as shit.
He and I, well, now the cat's out of the bag on that. He and I got her dick sucked by a trans woman on a roof in East Village one night.
You and him?
Yeah, at the
Like
same
together?
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
You were just sitting next to each other. What
Standing.
are the odds? No, standing, of course.
What the fuck? When?
A while ago.
Was this
What was
while
the
was this while
occasion?
you were sober?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Right.
I was drinking and this girl that I had ended up being like I went on a date with her and I showed up on acid and she got like weirded out by that and then stopped talking to me and then invited me to her white coat party because she just graduated.
What is that? Is that like an
Oh,
alt-right
med school
thing?
or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah. And
Oh.
she was
What
having
the
like this
fuck?
get together at like what?
Why
What?
were you dating someone that went to medical school?
We
dude?
weren't dating. She saw me do comedy once. She thought I was
of
going to be
course,
like
of
whatever.
course. Wow,
you
years
know.
ago?
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Why'd you act like then?
Shut up. And so we go
I mean,
there.
it's barely past
to like
now.
eat a dick. And so we go there, and I'm there to like be like, hey, things are great now, Melissa. And we were just rotating door doing coke in the bathroom with all these like doctors and everything.
Wait,
So-
you went with
Tommy
Oh,
and a
okay.
couple of friends of ours. I like crashed
you
this party.
crashed
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
such a piece of shit.
And so then we were standing outside and she's like, yeah, it's good to see you. And she got in the car. She was like, hey, hold on 1 second. I was like, okay. And she just got in a cab and left with another guy.
Hold on one
Rolled
second.
the window up and I was like, what? Melissa! And I like got so upset. I
You
was
got
like,
cab cucked.
that's it. We're getting out of here.
You got,
So we were
you
just
got-
on a
you got
mission.
cuck cabbed.
Yeah, cut cab.
By
Welcome to the
Ben
cuck
Bailey.
cab.
Ben Bailey's cuck cab. You get the
Ben
question
Bailey.
wrong, he fucks your girlfriend. Adam, do you want to laugh at that story? Let him laugh into the mic.
It was-
no,
it was-
just
No,
laugh
they're
at it.
laughing
With a
nothing.
comment on it.
It was a good story.
Laugh, dude.
I don't have a laugh right now.
Okay, all right.
It's not
That's it. You blew it, bitch.
That was your chance to be on the
blew it,
podcast.
bitch. Hold on. So you get cab cocked, and then you just wander the streets and find a trans hooker.
By God was looking out for me that night because we found a good one.
Yeah.
And somehow, I don't know how, we ended up on a roof. I think she suggested the roof.
That's why.
That
That's
was our
why
go-to spot.
I love all these people. They're like, New York used to be so cool, and it's like, no, you're just boring.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of cool New York
you
to go
can still
around.
do a bunch
you
of cool
fucking
shit.
suck. You're a shitty, sucky person.
You could sneak up onto the roof at the Lantern. You go through. You could get into the apartments through this door
Really?
they keep open. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that where you got your dick sucked?
No, this is in the East Village, and then we.
That's
got
how Woody Allen, oh, I just, she's got a dick, but she understands that's her flaws. That she has.
You're joking, but that's literally, I would say, what, 40% of your relationships?
what?
She's got a dick, but she understands me.
yeah.
Ian paid
60.
Didn't you pay a trans hooker to fucking eat pancakes with you or something?
No. Eventually, yes.
No, you paid her in pancakes.
They should make a movie about your life called Please Leave Las Vegas. Sir, please leave.
What was it? You went to you didn't have money?
I didn't have. I thought that I had access to all of my money in my account, but after you use your card so much, it locks you out. And so I was like, call up your guy.
The fucking spending limit is like $3,000 a day.
I had it to a lot lower, so I could
because of this
so I
behavior?
could like
You're at the bank of alcoholism.
so I could curb my thing,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't black out.
You bank at Well Whiskey Fargo.
There he is.
All right. And I didn't have enough. I was like, call your guy. We're getting blow. We're getting a room. We're fucking. And I could only get out like $100. And so I was like, here's the thing. And so I was like, I could get you food. Do you want to eat at a diner afterwards? And she was just so disappointed. And really,
Did you fuck?
made fun of my dick. She told me I had a little dick. She was backing.
That is really shit. A big old dick.
That is fucking
The hooker
horrible
you
customer service.
I know.
That's like the experience I'm going through with my bank right now.
They made fun of you.
Amalgamated.
Dick.
Yeah, they made fun of my dick, and then they sent me my debit card a month and a half late.
That's so good. She had a much bigger dick than you.
And I was really trying to like. So where are you from? She's like, Brazil. She just was not into the conversation at all that we were having.
up a prostitute
While we're eating eggs at like 4 in the morning.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Do you want to come to a show? She's like, no.
You're the best, Ian. Holy shit, man!
Yeah.
This is such a fun story.
That's
Probably
great.
the funnest story.
Ian makes me feel like a piece of shit about even like considering calling myself an alcoholic.
yeah. You have had some hilarious.
Yeah.
Ian's had some hilarious times. Some fun halfway home stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny? When I met Ian, I was like exactly at like 2.5 years sober or something, and we met at like Stand Up New York or something. And like we started talking about sobriety, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got like a week and a half." I was like, "Oh, good for you." And he was like, "Yeah, I had time before that." And I was like, "How long?" He's like, 2.5 years. And then I was like, "Oh fuck, like it couldn't happen to me or whatever." And then I was like, "Well, like what happened?" Like, I was like fascinated. I'm like, "What happened?" And you fell off the wagon. He's like, I was just at the airport and I was bored, so I got a beer at the bar.
Fucking retard. Is that real? Is that what happened?
Yeah.